Good morning. Today's a travel day. Heading down to Koh Samui. It's the Thai New Year break, so gonna head down there for a week, see what's going on, chill out on the beach, no real plans. We'll see what happens. Let's go.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Finally made it down to Koh Samui. I've never been here before, so pretty excited to check things out. Staying at Punprita Resort. It's probably about 50% full at the moment, so that's good signs. Means there's some people around here. I'm just gonna go rent myself a motorbike now and head down to a different beach. The one at the hotel you just saw, it's okay, but there's a lot of boat noise going on, so might try and find somewhere a little bit better for sunset and have a couple beers. So I'll see you then. Here we are, this is the beach we got for the next 7 days. $7 US a day. She's pretty old, but she'll do the job. It's pretty quiet down here. A lot of things are closed. Just the local places are open. This is the main walking street. From the photos I saw online, it was all food vendors along here and bars open, but as you can see, there's nothing. It's pretty much mostly all closed. Tourist-free Thailand. So the plan was to come down to Mae Nam Beach and find a restaurant or a bar to have a beer at, but since yesterday, all the bars are being closed due to a third wave. So I'll have to find a restaurant, but that's going to be difficult as well because everything's shut up. This isn't going to work. I'm going to have to go to 7-Eleven and get a beer. I can't find a bar. That was a little bit of a fail because we're actually facing north. So if you want to see the sunset, you gotta go west. Here's a tip: check your maps and check your geography. Good one, Mitch. Gonna head back into town now and look for something to eat. It's dinner time. This is the dinner spot. Didn't actually realize it was actually a hostel, but they've got a bit of everything and it's pretty cheap. Going with the mushroom curry and a 50 baht beer. Happy hour all day. Mushroom curry. Probably my favorite southern Thai dish. Alright, that's me done for the night. Mushroom was really good and it came in at 120 and the beer was 50 baht, so all up just under 6 US for the meal. Pretty cheap, especially considering Koh Samui is meant to be the most expensive island and one of the most expensive places to visit in Thailand. So overall I was pretty happy with that and tasted really good. So I'm just gonna leave it here for today and pick up tomorrow and we'll go do a bit more exploring. See you then. Good morning. Next day now. I missed the sunrise this morning, but it's still quite early, just before 7 o'clock. So I thought I'd come down to this temple, which is meant to be one of the best in Koh Samui, and I'll show you why. This might be the first reason. because temples always have friendly cats. Good morning. It's my security guard. Keep me safe from all the big scary dogs. Hey. It's a really beautiful temple. I'm not religious, but there's something peaceful about Thai temples. Real tranquility about them. Just so much thought and detail put into it. It's beautiful. That's a happy Buddha. For the rest of the day, I think I'm gonna head down to Shuang Beach and Lamai Beach. That's the sort of busier, more touristy areas. So let's see how busy it is today. Because from what I saw yesterday up on the north side of the island, it was only local people. So let's see if there's any foreign tourists here. Because Thailand is actually open to foreign tourists as long as they're willing to quarantine for 2 weeks. Time to jump back on the bike and see where the day takes us. That was a nice temple. Lots of detail and massive, massive structures of Buddha. Might come back a bit later. Time to get in the ocean, have a morning swim. Morning dip in absolute paradise. Like I said, I've never been to Samui before, but it's hard to visualize what it would be like when it's absolutely packed with tourists. I mean, look how beautiful this beach is. And it's just dead, end to end. Literally no one on it. It's about 2 kilometers long. Alright, one last dip, and then gonna get some breakfast. Oh, so good. Go an all-day breakfast. Gonna go for this big breakfast. 2 eggs, 2 bacon, 2 sausage, 2 hash brown, 2 toast, beans, tomatoes, and coffee. Oh, and orange juice. Nice. It's a great breakfast. Super full now. Gonna head back to my hotel, have a quick shower because I've been wearing this shirt for 2 days now, and we'll head out and see what we can find today. Fresh shirt. Ready to head down to the tourist area of Shuang Beach and Lamai Beach and see what's happening down there. I'm expecting a little bit more lively, but nothing too over the top. I'm just parked myself in this little tuk-tuk here because it's about 35 degrees, starting to die. Now today is also the first day of Songkran, the Thai New Year, which is usually a big water festival, and you know, they're splashing water, throwing water on everyone. But this year I'm not sure if it's going to be happening. I wish it was, because it's boiling hot. Okay, welcome to Shuang Beach. It's the main street. And probably 90% of it is just closed. But one good thing, they've done a little bit of maintenance on the road and they've cleaned up all the power lines. But all the shops along here are just closed. All these bars are closed. Even McDonald's is closed, 7-Eleven is closed. If you've been to Koh Samui, maybe this is a shock for you. This is my first time here, so I don't know what it's usually like, but I imagine it's usually packed with Western tourists and really overcrowded, but the roads are dead. Not even any locals down here. Just gonna go for a quick walk around this main street. It's like a ghost town. This is meant to be the busy area. I thought it was going to be more busy than where I'm actually staying up on the north side, but where I'm staying on the north side, you know, 50% of things are open. Down here it's like 5%, 10% things are open. Everything's closed. And there's not even any locals down here. It's definitely the Western tourist area. Just reminds me of a horror film, or like a zombie apocalypse. And most of the world's population is being wiped out. And things have just been left to rot. It's actually worse than I thought it was going to be down here. I'll head over to the ocean and see if there's some restaurants by the beach that are open and operating, because this main street here is just an absolute ghost town. We just fully walk on the road. Seems definitely more affected than Koh Lanta and Krabi, where I was earlier in the year. I think at least on the mainland, like Krabi, they get more local tourists, but down here it's not really. Koh Samui is quite isolated, so there's not a lot of local tourists here. Things are really bad down here, so I'm gonna head over to the beach and see if there's anything open down there and check out this famous Chaweng beach. See you soon. Bit of surf today. So this is Chaweng Beach. There's about 3, 4, 5, 7. I can see less than 15 people on the beach. It's quite nice though. In a normal time, this beach would be absolutely packed. Really, really nice. You can see some reefs out there in the distance. But today, it's just me and a few Thai tourists. I sort of half take back what I said. They may have cleaned up all these wires, but these roads are shit. Just bumpy as. Stopped in for a quick coconut at Silver Beach. Now back on the road, heading to Lamai. Here we are, Lamai Beach. Here we are at the famous Lamai Beach, but it is empty and a little bit dirty. If the situation doesn't improve by the end of the year, I think most of these places in Koh Samui are just going to go straight down the drain. They can't survive, especially just 2 years without any business. It's heavily relied on Western tourists. It sounds kind of selfish, but it is kind of enjoyable when there's no one else here. You can just enjoy these places to yourself, because it is absolutely beautiful. Just a piece of paradise. Alright, that's enough ghost towns for one day. It's time to get some lunch. Found a nice Italian restaurant. Got me the salami pizza. Sometimes you gotta go with something Western when you're sick of eating rice and Thai food every single day. Let's hope it's good. What size is this? That's a big boy. Okay, so that was lunch. That was the Restaurante Pizzeria. But let me just tell you, that that was pretty average. I mean, I know Italian pizzas, minimal ingredients, but they were really light on the cheese work and really light on the salami. It was just mostly eating like bread and sauce, but I don't know. It still hit the spot. I was dying for a pizza. So I've just got one final stop on the rest of this journey and we'll call it a day. So now I'm gonna head to the Big Buddha, another famous temple here on Koh Samui. Let's see what it's all about. Here's the local security, the old puppies. And by the looks of the sky, it looks like a big storm's coming through the Gulf of Thailand. So one of the traditional ways they celebrate Songkran back in the old times was to pour water on the Buddha statues, but then as April is the hottest month, they just turn into a big water fight. So you can see here people pouring water on the Buddha statue is how you celebrate traditional Songkran. In the head. And the feet. Couple stairs. This is the Big Buddha of Koh Samui. Nice to see people celebrating Songkran in the traditional way rather than splashing a bucket of water on you and throwing powder in your face, which is not my favorite thing. Usually for the Songkran holiday I leave Thailand because getting splashed with a bucket of water and powder in your eyes isn't the most fun. And that was the Big Buddha of Koh Samui. So let's head back to the room before this storm hits. And also it's way too hot to be outside right now. I'm ready to relax. Alright, that's a wrap for day 2 here on Koh Samui. The ghost tour is officially complete. Hopefully it gives you guys a bit more insight into the situation down here, and you know, especially if you're planning to travel here soon or return to Thailand, you know what to expect. Tomorrow the plan is to go to some waterfalls and some viewpoints and maybe some hidden gems you didn't know about here in Koh Samui, so stay tuned for that one. Cheers guys.